I've been doing Silva Method for maybe 15 to 20 years. And I started when I found this little blue book after talking to my wife. And I read the book and it was quite interesting. So I didn't have any formal training, but the methods that worked for me, they kept on working. And it took me a long time before getting in front of a class. But when I did, it just reinforced things that I already knew. I'd be happy to give you some examples, and we'll see how it goes from there. Yeah, very often I'll be driving, and as a traveling salesman earlier on, I used to get into all kinds of weather conditions. So one that really bothered me was fog. And I knew that I could go into Alpha and just talk to the weather conditions and visualize myself driving through a road with the fog lifting so I could have clear visibility. And also always to respect nature, I'd allow it to go back after me. So not for the driver behind me, but really for just to allow nature to do its own thing. So I would say, as I'm getting to you about half an hour or half a mile before, please rise so that I could have clear view. And then when you want, go back down to where you want to be. And worked really well for me many times when I was driving in rain or fog. I could just visualize the rain separating on both sides of the road. It could rain on both sides and then come back together. And so two methods that worked really well was for both rain and fog.
And you use the mirror of the mind technique for this? Or a derivative of it?
I would sit down 5 minutes, calm my mind, and then just say, I am connected with the weather.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it was a mirror of the mind at the time. It was just I would visualize that and just allow it to be.
Okay.
So one day I have this lady who calls me up and she says she has a horse, and because of the flies, it went into trees and actually poked its eye. So the problem at the time was, if the eye did not heal, the vet was contemplating removing the eye completely. And so what I did is I went into level. I went into my alpha state. And what I did is I closed my eyes and I started thinking, how do I heal this situation? And what came to me was, the eye is like a sack. It's like a big bag. And all I wanted to do was seal the bag. So I thought of the bag as being a Ziploc bag. And there was, if it's not sealed, water will seep out of it. So I just visualized myself sealing the bag, making sure it was a nice clean seal. And then I put myself, I saw myself inside the horse's head and looking out through the horse's eye. And I could see a line there right through the eye. So what I did is I took a very fine razor blade, I cleaned up the extra plastic, and then I looked again and it felt pretty good. And my session was over with the horse. But the beautiful part is the next day when I got a call saying that the vet had come over, the eye had sealed, and he didn't see any need to go any further. And the horse has been fine since then, from what I know. You have to be a surgeon for this. Just use the tools that you have. In the laboratory, as I was telling you before, I use the WD-40 for people who have stiffness, like someone can't move their arm. You just visualize putting WD-40, you massage the muscles, you pull it through, you release the tension, and that works awesome as well.